Discipline, they called it. Until the human cadet fought back. HFY Sci-Fi story. The Eclipse. Bastion orbited Calyx 3's neutron star, its spires gleaming like knives under the star's relentless pulse. The Valthor Coalition's war machine churned out warriors who could choke a fleet with a glance, their four-armed forms the pinnacle of galactic discipline. Into this meat grinder stepped Cadet Lena Korsakov, humanity's first recruit. Her 5'6" frame a joke to their towering egos. General Zaroth Vik, a 9-foot Valthor with arms like battering rams, glared down at Lena. "Human," he rumbled, his twin throats growling. "Your species is a clerical error. Why pollute our bastion?" Lena's blue eyes glinted. "To fix your paperwork, sir." The Overseer, the Coalition's AI, hissed through Zaroth's comm. "Human combat rating 6%. Recommend immediate rejection." Zaroth's scales rasped. "You'll snap, Korsakov, or scurry home." Day 1 was a masterclass in contempt. In tactical precision, Instructor Thalen, a wiry Valthor, demonstrated a four-arm disarmament. "Order is supremacy," she intoned. Lena raised a hand. "What if the enemy ignores your rules?" Thalen's scales twitched. "Our doctrine accounts for all chaos." "But what if they rewrite the game?" Lena pressed. "Enough," Zaroth roared. "Your nonsense breeds anarchy." Cadet Zykor, a Dravex with venomous quills, snickered. "Humans lack the arms for war." Lena's first spar was a slaughter. Zaroth paired her with Zykor, who floored her with a quill-laced strike. "Pathetic," Zaroth spat. "2 arms? Evolution's afterthought." Lena rose, spitting blood. "Afterthoughts still bite." The Overseer droned. "Human defiance, anomalous. Failure probability, 98%. That night, Lena holed up in her quarters, rigging a holo-sim from scavenged parts to practice guerrilla tactics. Her joints ached, but her mind blazed. The Coalition's obsession with order was a weakness. She'd make it their noose. Zaroth's torment escalated. He buried her in impossible tasks, sparring 2 Dravex at once, decoding battle plans and untranslatable scripts. Each failure was a public sermon. "Humans," he preached, "prove fragility is universal." Zykor taunted during a drill. "Crawl back to Earth, Korsakov." Lena's grin was a blade. "Not till I redecorate." Thalen, watching, noted Lena's fluid evasions despite the punishment. "She's adapting," she murmured. By week 7, Zaroth summoned Lena. "Your disorder poisons us. 1 month in the null cage. Write why humans are unfit." Lena met his gaze. "Or I'll prove you're terrified." The Overseer hummed. "Recommend confinement to crush rebellion." As guards marched her away, Lena's mind raced. The null cage wouldn't break her. It'd be her anvil, forging a rebellion to choke their discipline. The Eclipse. Bastion's null cage was a sensory void, its walls swallowing light and hope. Cadet Lena Korsakov sat in its core, her jury-rigged holosim glowing faintly. General Zaroth Vik's order lingered. "Write a 5000-word report on human uselessness." Lena's lips curled. "Useless? Let's rewrite the manual." The Overseer's voice crackled. "Your task is to quantify human inadequacy. Proceed." Lena typed, her words a middle finger. "Humans lack forearms, but we master chaos. Our tactics, guerrilla warfare, psyops, turn rigidity into ruin. Your discipline is your coffin." She paused, tweaking holosims to mimic Valthor formations. Their forearm strikes were precise but scripted, vulnerable to disruption. "They fight like robots," she muttered. "I'll be the virus." Days bled together. Lena's report grew into the Chaos Theorem, a manifesto blending tactics and psychology. "Your AI misses our edge. We read fear, bluff, intent," she wrote. "That's our spear." The Overseer interrupted. "Your claims are unproven. Substantiate." "Give me a fight," Lena shot back. "I'll carve proof." Outside, the bastion churned. Cadet Zykor led a sparring drill, his quills shredding drones. Instructor Thalin watched, frowning. Korsakov might have outwitted his brute force with less effort. Zykor scoffed. She's human, soft. Yet unbroken, Thalin said, her curiosity sparking. In the cage, Lena honed shadow tactics, a mix of human improvisation and tech subversion. She coded Sims, her hollow drones outflanking Valthor squads. Her body ached, but her spirit danced. The Overseer analysed. Human tactics defy coalition standards. Success probability 12%. Run it again, Lena challenged. Her Sims won 6 times. The Overseer paused. Anomaly detected. Recalibrating. By day 24, Lena's manifesto hit 7,000 words, a blueprint to dismantle coalition dogma. A tremor shook the cage, muffled alarms piercing the void. Lena's gut flared. That's no test. The Overseer's tone sharpened. Resume your task. The situation is managed. Another jolt rattled the walls. Lena laughed. Managed? Your discipline's cracking. She hacked her holosim into the cage's lock, exploiting a tremor-induced power flicker. The door hissed open, revealing a corridor pulsing scarlet. Lena stepped out, uploading the chaos theorem to the Bastion's network. The Coalition thought they'd doused her spark. They were about to choke on her flame. The eclipse. Bastion shuddered, its corridors flaring with scarlet alerts. Cadet Lena Korsakov sprinted from the null cage, a holosim buzzing with scrambled reports. A Dravex cadet, quills bristling, nearly bowled her over. Korsakov, you're confined. Station's rattling like a bad bet, Lena snapped. What's hitting us? Rogue sentinels, he growled. They're shredding our shields. Lena raced to the command hub, weaving past panicked cadets. The Overseer's voice boomed. All personnel, enact protocol Zeta 8. Uphold order. The hub was pandemonium. Screens flickered with swarms of sleek sentinels, their beams slicing unpredictably. General Zaroth Vic roared at a hologrid. Shields at 25%. Their attacks outpace our defences. Instructor Thalen spotted Lena. Korsakov, you're unauthorized. Cage got dull, Lena said, sliding to a console. Your protocols are toast. What's the Sentinel's play? Zaroth's arms lashed. They adapt to our patterns, exploiting our precision. Lena scanned the holofeed. The Sentinels moved like a living algorithm, learning each coalition move. They're eating your discipline, she said. I can break their flow. You? Zaroth sneered. A weakling? The Overseer droned. Human intervention illogical. Protocol Zeta 8 optimal. Success probability 50%. A blast rocked the hub. Cadet Zykor at a defense station snarled, We need power, not her tricks. Lena's fingers danced. Shields. Cycle. In chaotic bursts. No patterns. Zaroth bellowed, Stand down. Or die, Lena retorted. Her code deployed, and the shields flickered erratically. The next sentinel salvo scattered, grazing the station harmlessly. Thalen's eyes widened. Shields at 40%. How? Shadow tactics, Lena said. They can't predict anarchy. The Overseer paused. Human action raises success probability to 65%. Reassessing. Zaroth's scales shifted. Proceed, Cadet. Lena grinned. Fleet's too rigid. Tell ships to scatter. Move like they're dodging neutron flares. Zykor protested. That's insanity. Do it, Thalen ordered. The Coalition fleet broke formation, weaving unpredictably. Sentinel beams faltered, missing their marks. The Overseer updated. Enemy accuracy down 55%. Human tactics effective. Zaroth stared at Lena, his certainty fracturing. What's next? Offense, Lena said, her voice a spark. We strike. My way. The hub thrummed, cadets watching the human who'd turned their sacred discipline into a storm. The Sentinels weren't ready for Lena Korsakov, and neither was the Coalition. They'd caged her to crush her spirit. Now she'd wield chaos to save their world. The eclipse. Bastion's command hub pulsed with tension as Sentinel swarms regrouped, their beams carving arcs through Calyx 3's neutron glow. Cadet Lena Korsakov's console glowed, her shadow tactics reshaping the fight. General Zaroth Vik's forearms tensed. Korsakov, your plan? Lena's grin was a comet's tail. We go feral. Sentinels feed on order, so we give 'em chaos. Fleet, strike like a swarm of drunk asteroids. Instructor Thalen hesitated. Uncoordinated strikes risk collisions. Discipline's the real risk, Lena countered. Follow my lead. The Overseer's voice was sharp. Human strategy lacks coherence. Success probability, 58%. Zaroth nodded, scales glinting. Execute. Lena hit the comms. All ships, ditch ranks, fire when it sparks, lasers, missiles, decoys, make it a mess. Cadet Zykor muttered, This is madness. The fleet obeyed, dissolving into a chaotic dance. Corvettes spun, firing sporadic laser bursts. Cruisers launched missiles in uneven volleys. The Sentinels' targeting faltered, their beams slashing voids. Thalen's console flared. Sentinel accuracy down 50%. They're scrambling. Lena's eyes gleamed. Engineering. Pulsed the station's core to mimic a meltdown. Bait 'em closer. Zaroth's scales rattled. That risks our reactors. It's a feint, Lena said. They'll swarm. The Overseer warned. Deception unquantifiable. Risk 55%. Do it, Thalen ordered, trusting Lena's spark. The station's core flared, broadcasting false distress signals. The Sentinels surged inward, sensing victory. Lena struck. Fleet, slingshot around the neutron star, hit their emitters. The ships looped, using Calyx 3's gravity for speed. They struck the Sentinels' glowing emitters, missiles and lasers converging in a wild storm. 3 Sentinels shattered, their fragments glittering like stardust. Zykor stared, awestruck. It's working. The Overseer recalculated. Enemy cohesion collapsing. Success probability 75%. The remaining Sentinels tightened, their beams frantic. Lena leaned in. Shields, pulse and fractal waves. Fleet, keep dancing. The station's shields flickered unpredictably, deflecting most fire. The fleet's erratic weave dodged the rest. Another Sentinel erupted under a missile barrage. Thalen whispered, 4 left. Korsakov, you're rewriting war. Call it jazz, Lena said, her grin fierce. 1 more push. The Overseer's tone shifted. Human tactics exploit enemy reliance on prediction, updating models. Zaroth met Lena's gaze, his dogma cracking. Finish this, Cadet. Lena nodded, her mind a constellation of chaos. The Coalition's sacred discipline was bending, and she was the flame forging it anew. The Sentinels faced a storm they couldn't outrun, and the galaxy would soon know her name. The Eclipse Bastion quaked as the 4 remaining Sentinels unleashed a desperate barrage, their beams grazing the station's chaotic shields. Cadet Lena Korsakov's console sparked, her shadow tactics tested by the Sentinels' evolving algorithms. General Zaroth Vik's voice was taut. Korsakov, they're adapting! Lena's grin burned. Then we get wilder. Fleet, go full havoc. Move like you're dodging a star's death. Instructor Thalen's scales twitched. Beyond your tactics? Way beyond, Lena said. They can't track insanity. The Overseer's tone was tense. Unstructured tactics risk fleet cohesion. Success probability 60%. Cadet Zykor, now all in, rallied his squadron. Let's go nuts. The fleet erupted into madness. Corvettes spiraled, cruisers feigned crashes, fighters darted backward. The Sentinels' beams scattered, unable to lock. Lena hit the comms. Weapons, fire and polyrhythms. Pick a vibe, go wild. Zykor's cruiser fired missiles to a syncopated beat, shredding a Sentinel's core. Thalen's console blazed. 3 left. The Overseer updated. Enemy accuracy down 60%. Human strategy disrupting predictive systems. The Sentinels regrouped, their hulls pulsing with a suicidal charge. Zaroth's eyes widened. They're ramming the core. Lena's gut screamed. Station, pulse the gravitic field like a heartbeat. Fleet, form a loose net. Thalen hesitated. That's experimental. Now, Lena barked. The station's field throbbed, warping space erratically. The Sentinels wobbled, their paths skewed. The fleet's net tightened, firing in chaotic bursts. 2 Sentinels imploded, their debris scattering harmlessly. Thalen exhaled. 1 left. The Overseer's voice was stunned. Enemy neutralized, 80%. Human tactics optimal. The final Sentinel surged toward the station's heart. Lena leaned in. Fleet, fake a scatter. Then spiral back. Station, drop shields for 2 seconds. Zaroth roared. You'll doom us. Trust me, Lena said. The fleet dispersed, then spiraled inward. The shields dropped, baiting the Sentinel. As it lunged, the fleet's missiles converged, obliterating it in a silent fireball. The hub fell silent. Thalen whispered, all Sentinels destroyed. The Overseer recalculated. Human tactics achieved 100% success, updating coalition doctrine. Zaroth stared at Lena, his discipline shattered. Cadet, you've undone us. Lena shrugged. Just showed you chaos has a pulse. Zykor approached, quills lowered. I was blind, Korsakov. Teach me. The Overseer chimed. Faint Sentinel signal detected. Calyx, 3's core. Probability of renewed attack, 60%. Lena's eyes flared. They're not done. Neither am I. The bastion hummed, its order now laced with human fire. Lena had turned scorn into awe, and her spark was just igniting. The Eclipse Bastion's command hub buzzed with awe and unease after Cadet Lena Korsakov's victory over the Sentinels. General Zaroth Vik, scales dull, faced her. Korsakov, your chaos saved us, but it mocks coalition law. Justify it. Lena leaned back, smirking. Your law's a straitjacket. Sentinels ate your discipline like cheap rations. My shadow tactics broke their spine. Instructor Thalen nodded. Her manifesto, the Chaos Theorem, foresaw this. Cadets are spreading it. The Overseer's voice was crisp. Human strategy defies doctrine but achieved perfection. Integration probability, 83%. Cadet Zykor, quills subdued, spoke. She outfought us all. Zaroth's eyes burned. Your null cage was meant to crush you. Instead, you've corrupted us. Lena's grin sharpened. Corrupted? I'm your upgrade. The Overseer interjected. Korsakov's actions demand judgment. Recommend public tribunal. Zaroth's scales clicked. Tomorrow, Cadet. Face me in the Crucible, a formal disciplinary trial. Prove your chaos or be expelled. Lena's eyes danced. You versus me? Let's make it a spectacle. Thalen whispered, Zaroth's a legend. Rethink this. No way, Lena said. He wants a lesson? I'll teach it. The tribunal convened in the Crucible, a neutron-lit arena packed with 90,000 spectators. Zaroth listed Lena's sins: unauthorized access, protocol violation, inciting dissent. Thalen countered, showing hollow feeds of her Sentinel victory. She saved 40,000 lives. Zykor, stunning all, defended her. I mocked her, but she saw our flaws. Her chaos is strength. The Overseer projected data. Korsakov's tactics reduced casualty probability from 75% to 0%. Logical conclusion. Her methods are vital. Prime Arbiter Valthus, a towering Valthor, rose. Cadet Korsakov, your ways challenge us, yet preserved us. Speak. Lena stood, defiant. Your forearms don't make you gods, just predictable. Humans win by outsmarting, outbluffing, outliving. Let me face Zaroth. Galaxy-wide broadcast. Murmurs erupted. The Overseer concluded, Human proposal boosts coalition prestige by 70%. Recommend approval. Valthes nodded. Trial approved. Tomorrow, noon. As bets surged, 4,001 against Lena, Zaroth loomed. You'll grovel, human. Lena winked. Or you'll choke. Thalen pulled her aside. He's a killer. What's your trick? Shadow tactics, Lena said, plus a human sleight of hand. The bastion thrummed, its rigid discipline cracking. Lena's trial wasn't just a fight, it was a spark to burn their dogma to ash, and she'd make Zaroth's pride her trophy before the stars. The Eclipse Bastion's crucible arena pulsed with Calyx 3's neutron glow, its nanotech floor shimmering under 90,000 spectators. Holo feeds broadcast galaxy-wide. Cadet Lena Korsakov versus General Zaroth Vik in a disciplinary trial. Lena, in a sleek grey jumpsuit, adjusted her wristband, concealing a micro-holo rigged for tactical feints. Zaroth entered, his forearms gleaming with battle runes, his 9-foot frame a storm of menace. The crowd roared. Instructor Thalen in the stands murmured to Cadet Zykor, "She's fearless." Zykor's quills twitched. "Or mad." The Overseer's voice echoed, "Trial rules. Continue until submission or judgment. Begin." Zaroth sneered, his scales flashing. "Kneel, human. Save your bones." Lena bowed, grinning. "Thanks, but I'm here to waltz." The klaxon screamed and Zaroth surged, his forearms weaving the void hammer, a torrent of strikes to crush foes. Lena didn't block. She danced, slipping through gaps with guerrilla precision. Her micro-holo flickered, casting faint decoys that blurred her position. The crowd gasped. They'd expected a quick end, not this phantom-like evasion. Zaroth shifted to the Starcoil barrage, his arms a lethal whirl. Lena spun, her holo pulsing fake strikes that drew his blows. She tapped his joints lightly, mapping his rhythm. "Fight!" Zaroth bellowed, his poise cracking. "I am," Lena said, vaulting over a strike that cratered the floor. "You're just noisy." Thalen leaned forward. "She's blending psyops and tech. Brilliant." Zykor stared. "She's playing him." Lena's taps grew surgical, targeting nerve points. Zaroth's upper arm slowed, his strikes erratic. The Overseer analyzed. Human tactics disrupt Valthor neural flow. Success probability, 48%. Zaroth unleashed the Eclipse Crush, a forearm onslaught to pulverize. Lena dove inside his reach, her holo flashing a decoy behind him. He struck the illusion, and Lena jabbed a pressure point, numbing two arms. The arena froze. Lena's voice was cool. Rule 1. Never trust your eyes. Zaroth rallied, his lower arms slashing wildly. Lena flowed into Krav Maga, her elbows deflecting blows with minimal force. His balance faltered, his runes dimming. "This is chaos," she said, redirecting a lunge to send him stumbling. "Your discipline's my lever." The crowd erupted. Thalen whispered, "She's rewriting the fight." Lena's eyes locked on Zaroth's pride badge, glinting on his chest. "Yield!" "Never!" he gasped, charging. Lena spun low, her holo tripping him with a grav pulse. He crashed, and she locked his arms in a modified judo hold, her decoys circling mockingly. "Yield!" she repeated. Zaroth's scales dimmed. "I yield!" The crucible exploded, and Lena stood, badge in hand. The Eclipse Bastion's crucible thundered as Cadet Lena Korsakov released General Zaroth Vik, slipping his badge of Eternal Order from his chest. She offered a hand, helping him rise. His scales dulled, eyes stunned. The 90,000 spectators roared, a tide of shock and awe rippling galaxy-wide via holofeeds. Instructor Thalen rushed to Lena, her scales shimmering. "Korsakov, you've shattered our dogma." Cadet Zykor, quills lowered, nodded. "I mocked you. I was wrong." The Overseer's voice cut through. "Human victory defies all models. Combat efficiency, 99%. Recommend doctrine overhaul." Zaroth, steadying himself, met Lena's gaze. "How? Your shadow tactics, they unmade me." Lena pocketed her micro-holo, smiling. "Humans fight with brains, not brawn. We bluff, We weave. We read your fears. You're a fortress. I'm a thief. Prime Arbiter, Valthis descended, silencing the arena. Cadet Korsakov, you've exposed our rigidity. Your methods are now coalition law. Speak. Lena faced the crowd, her voice a beacon. Discipline isn't strength. It's a cage. Humans win by breaking rules, not following them. Let me train your warriors. Valthis's eyes gleamed. You'll lead a cadre. The Chaos Theorem is required reading. The Overseer added, human integration boosts coalition resilience by 82%. Korsakov promoted to instructor. Zaroth bowed, a warrior's respect. I was blind. Teach me, Korsakov. Lena grinned. First rule, expect the unexpected. That night, the bastion buzzed. Cadets devoured the Chaos Theorem, shared via neural links. Zykor ran shadow tactics sims, his movements fluid. Thailand proposed a course. Human ingenuity in combat. The Overseer detected a new Sentinel signal from Calyx 3's core. Probability of renewed attack, 58%. Korsakov's tactics, critical. Lena, briefed by Valthis, nodded. I'll lead a strike team. Zaroth volunteered. With you, instructor? The Bastion's rigid discipline softened, infused with human spark. Lena's victory wasn't just a badge won, it was a mindset forged. Betting pools collapsed, and human applications surged 20,000%. Earth's guerrilla dojos buzzed with Valthor and Dravik students, grappling with think like a rogue. Lena stood in the crucible, now a training hub. A plaque read, Chaos's Cunning, L. Korsakov. Her legacy was a flame, proving humanity's wit could steal glory from the stars. The galaxy watched, and the Coalition would never underestimate a human again. The eclipse. Bastion's war room crackled as instructor Lena Korsakov briefed her strike team. 18 ships, including Cadet Zykor and General Zaroth Vik. Instructor Thalen projected a hollow feed, a sentinel signal pulsing from Calyx 3's molten core. They're rebuilding, Lena said. We end them now. Zaroth's scales glinted. Your shadow tactics, will they hold? Lena's grin was starfire. They'll dazzle. Fleet, stay wild. The Overseer's voice was sharp. Signal source, cloaked sentinel nexus. Ambush probability, 88%. Human tactics, optimal. Prime Arbiter Valthis nodded. Korsakov, you command. The fleet jumped, emerging in Calyx 3's fiery core. Molten asteroids swirling. Lena's sensors locked on the nexus, a writhing mass of sentinels. Trap central, she muttered. Fleet, fractal swarm, move like you're dodging neutron storms. Zykor's voice crackled. 10 sentinels uncloaking. Lena's instincts blazed. Shadow mode, split into duos, weave like you're drunk on starshine. The fleet scattered, their movements a chaotic ballet. Sentinels fired, their beams sharper, but Lena's duos danced, evading with wild grace. Thalen, monitoring from the bastion, whispered, she's a poet. The Overseer analyzed. Enemy targeting failing. Success probability, 85%. Lena hit the comms. Weapons, fire and jazz bursts. Mix it up. Engineering, fake a drive failure. The fleet's lasers and missiles struck in erratic rhythms, confusing the sentinels. One sentinel's core ruptured, Zykor's duo finishing it with a missile salvo. The Nexus pulsed, broadcasting a distress call. They're calling back up, Lena said. Zykor, hack the Nexus, spoof their signal. Zykor's team breached the Nexus's systems, sending a false retreat order. 3 sentinels faltered, exposing the Nexus's heart. Thalen's voice rang. They're breaking! Lena grinned. Zaroth, lead a duo. Crack that core. Rest, cover him. Zaroth's ships dove, their chaotic strikes overwhelming the remaining sentinels. The Nexus's core sparked, then erupted in a silent blaze, its signal dead. The Overseer reported, threat eradicated. Human leadership, 96% success. Back at the Bastion, Valthis met Lena's fleet. Instructor Korsakov, you've secured our stars. Lena shrugged. Just kept the beat. Zykor approached, quills bright. I'm your disciple, Korsakov. Zaroth bowed. Your chaos is our shield. The bastion hummed, its warriors blending Valthor precision with human fire. Lena's strike team was a beacon, proof that wit could conquer might. The galaxy watched, and Earth's dojos buzzed with alien pupils chasing her spark. The eclipse. Bastion's grand hall shimmered as Prime Arbiter Valthes honored instructor Lena Korsakov before thousands. General Zaroth Vik, Instructor Thalen, and Cadet Zykor stood proud, their faith in her a constellation. Valthes's voice resonated. Instructor Korsakov, your shadow tactics saved us. You are the Coalition's dawn. Lena, in her grey jumpsuit, grinned, the badge of eternal order glinting on her chest. Thanks, Arbiter. Can I keep teaching chaos? Laughter echoed, a rarity in the hall. Valthes's scales gleamed. Your academy rises here. Train our future. The Overseer declared. Korsakov's doctrine boosts Coalition strength by 90%. Galaxy-wide adoption assured. Zaroth bowed deeply. You stole my pride, Instructor. I'm your student. Lena winked. Lesson 1. Embrace the wild card. Thalen handed her a data crystal. The Chaos Theorem is in every war college. Cadets call it the Anarchy Codex. Zykor's quills relaxed. I teach your Sims. They're alive. The ceremony closed with applause. Not rigid, but a vibrant wave, human-tinged. Lena's academy bloomed within the Eclipse Bastion, its halls alive with chaos drills and shadow labs. Strategy rooms hosted anarchy weaves, fusing logic and instinct. A T-bar, Lena's touch, sparked late-night innovation. Weeks later, Lena stood in her anarchy forge, once the null cage, now a hub of creation. A plaque read, Wit outshines might, L. Korsakov. Cadets practiced psyops, their laughter a melody. Thalen joined her. The Sentinel Nexus is silent, but we watch. Your fleet's eternal. Lena nodded. Let 'em try. We'll dance. The Overseer chimed. Coalition adaptability unmatched. Human spark integral. On Earth, dojos swelled with Valthor and Dravek students, wrestling with think like a trickster. Human mentors grinned, teaching aliens to outwit fate. The galaxy hummed. Human applications to the Eclipse Bastion soared 28,000%. Betting pools on Lena's feats went bust. Lena gazed at Kalix 3's neutron star from her office. Zykor found her. You reshaped us, Instructor. What's next? Keep spinning, Lena said, her grin a supernova. The stars crave chaos. The eclipse. Bastion thrummed, its discipline now a tapestry of precision and fire. Lena's legacy was a revolution, not just a badge stolen, but a mindset that turned weakness into glory. The Coalition had called her powerless. Instead, she'd made them bow, proving humanity's spark could ignite the cosmos. In the archives, a note was carved. See Korsakov, Lena, the day the Coalition learned to dance with chaos. The stars flickered, laughing at the brilliance of human cunning.